Okay, here we are, Matthew Russell Lee, Inner City Press, here at the Southern District of New York Courthouse today, Thursday, May 8th, 2025. Now, the Sean Combs jury pool of non-excluded jurors has reached 45, so it's ready. And we'd expected yesterday for the jury to be picked, but no, they've put it off till tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. to give themselves, the defense said they want, in case some jurors want to drop out. That was actually what the prosecutor said. I think that they're doing additional research into the 45 that they didn't exclude to figure out how to deploy their peremptory challenges and whittle it down to 18, the Big 12 and 6 alternates. I'm going to return to this. There was a prospective juror from the United Nations that, knowing the UN as I do, having reported on it in such detail that I've been banned from entering it, I know that the individual dissembled. But I'll return to that in the final segment of this. Today, this is going to be the last lull in the Sean Combs, at least in-person trial for the next 8 weeks, they say. I think it'll go a little less. So today we're going to be covering the sentencing of Mr. Alex Mashinsky of Celsius. The government wants 20 years. There are many angry victims, and we've reported on all of it. Now, Sam Bankman-Fried of FTX got 25, but the government's only asking for 20 here. Is that a product of the new position of the new administration on crypto, or is it just part of his plea deal? He didn't go to trial. We're going to be covering that sentencing. One thing I can say is that the Judge Kodal, has this morning agreed in advance, prior to sentencing, that later this month he can go to Tennessee. So he's definitely not going to be remanded today. And apparently they believe that he won't just set flight from there. That would be the argument. The government seems to have consented with it, or at least probation or pretrial services has said that they are not asking for instant remand. Sam Bankman-Fried, again, by contrast, was in detention during his trial, as is Sean Combs during his trial. Now, I'm going to get to UN corruption, but on the New York City corruption beat, the two fire departments, now of course Adams is off the hook, and today he was in Fulton Street subway, then he was out to Brooklyn. He gets around, but who won't be getting around is Saccavino. There were two fire department people that pled guilty to corruption endemic. Many of them, they sort of blame it on Adams. They say if the guy at the top is taking money for fire inspections, why not them? Well, Cordasco got 20 months, and it was revealed last night, and we reported it. The prosecutors want 30 on Saccavino. What'll they get? We'll have to see. It's in front of Judge Lyman, and we will be reporting it when it happens in about a week's time. Just to make sure I get to it as I approach the courthouse. Today without cameras, because there is no Combs. No Puffy today. Puffy juror from the United Nations. He said he works for the Counter-Terrorism office and says they don't deal with U.S. law enforcement at all. Well, I don't know. There's a U.S. Office of Counterterrorism, and the conferences they give are open to the counterterrorism officials of all the countries. But the real thing to know about is that UN Counterterrorism Office is a total scam. It's entirely funded by Saudi Arabia and Qatar. There's all kinds of... The guy who runs it lives in Trump Tower, which is not... I'm saying it because of, where does the money come from? And so there's a lot more to be said about this guy, but we're going to see on Friday whether the defense... They were the ones raising questions. I don't even know how the government, didn't see this as a problem. There is at least one lone photographer. Let me turn. This is the last time you're going to see it relatively empty in front of the courthouse for the next 8 weeks. But they might be waiting for Mashinsky himself to arrive to face the music at 11 a.m. And we're heading in to hear just that. Inner City Press, to be continued.